What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Young Phillip, and I'm back with another video for y'all today. And before we get started with today's video, make sure y'all click the like button down below, give it a thumbs up, make sure y'all click that subscribe button, but make sure y'all click that bell so y'all can be notified and don't miss any of my videos. Today's video is going to be Chappelle Show Season 2, Episode 4 review. So without further ado, let's begin. We start things off with the love contract where Dave is making love with his girl and he's like, you better not tell nobody or I'm gonna sue your ass. And then we start off the show with Dave talking about Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, about how he was hanging out with Rick James and they got into all kinds of back and forth situations and shit. But here's part one of Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. He talks about his friendship with Rick James and how they had issues during the friendship. But anyway, the real Rick James talks about his part as well. And Dave was doing the reenactment. Charlie was like, Rick would go up to any girl and look the side of their face and be like, I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself. And then there was a time he had to whoop his ass. First time they had a situation at the Studio 54. It was one night at Studio 54. Go up to Charlie walking through, and then all of a sudden he hears somebody go, Charlie Murphy! Right hand. That was cold-blooded unity. He's like, he had this ring on, commemorate to the song he had put out. And Rick James was like, this was imprinted in that black forehead of his for about a week. And Charlie was like, Then he tell his homeboys, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. He knew what hotel Rick was gonna be in. Bro sitting on the dresser. He's like, I said, look, bitch, I'm Rick James. And I smacked him. Oh, Charlie Murphy had his hand caught for another right hand. And Charlie just kicked him. Went flying right back onto that dresser, spitting up blood. He's like, he tell y'all he gonna give me, he gonna tell like he gave me some kind of Bruce Lee cross kick or something. And then he yells out for security. One in the front had crooked eyes. One looking at Rick while the other one looking at Charlie Murphy. And he heads over to the window. He's like, the table's been turned, darkness. Do whatever y'all like. Y'all take one more step, I'm kicking this nigga out the motherfucking window. He's like, look what you did in my face. And he's like, I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. It was an accident. I was having too much fun. How about a juice? The stickiest of the ickiest. He said, man, as you mentioned, my forehead is bumping. He's like, now that you mention it, I'm bleeding inside my chest. And then he's like, that wasn't the last time I had to whoop his ass. And the real Rick James is like, don't you think Charlie's too old to be taking karate classes with the little kids? Then we get to part two. The Studio 54 thing that blew over. Then it's like, here we go again. The real Rick James, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Rick's incorrigible. He shows up to my brother's house, fucked up. And Rick could come up in there like, nice place, nigga. Just start grinding his feet. He had like these dirty cowboy boots, trailing mud all through the carpet. And then Eddie had these suede couches. And he's like, how about I just stretch out? And just started grinding his feet into the couch. He's like, yeah, I remember grinding my feet into Eddie's couch. The guy off screen was like, you remember why he did it? He's like, yeah, so Eddie could go buy another one. He's like, fuck your couch. Fuck your couch. Go buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Darkness is. He's like, because of my complexion, he used to call me and my brother Darkness. He's like, this way long before Wesley Snipes. We was the darkest niggas on the planet, according to Rick James. And the real one was like, him and his brother Darkness. And then they got to the point, he was like, you know what? Let's just go over there and handle it. Eddie held Rick down while Charlie was punching on him. He's like, you magic, fucking dark, delirious motherfucker. Ah! You cold as ice. And after taking a beating like that, his legs is just gone. He's like, fuck your couch. Y'all know how to appreciate shit. You wide-nosed having motherfuckers. They should never gave y'all niggas money. Y'all know how to appreciate shit. What I gonna do about my legs, Eddie Murphy? And then Eddie's like, you need help. And then Charlie was like, damn right, we gave him some help. Whoop his fucking ass if you ever do that shit again. Then, let's see. We get to the final part. At the China Club, they at the China Club one night. Rick was behind the bar. But Charlie Murphy walked through. He's like, damn, that's O.J. Simpson. He got a big fucking forehead. And then Rick is being himself as usual behind the bar. He's like, welcome to the China Club. Come on, show me something. Show me your bladders, milk bladders. Come on. And then Charlie Murphy comes to the bar, and Rick was like, there's a new joke going around. Have you heard it? What did the 5 fingers say to the face? And Charlie was like, what? And then Rick just slapped him. And he had this look on his face like, did you just slap me? And he's like, cold-blooded. And then Charlie was like, first of all, you don't never slap a man. Even when slapping was fashionable. He's like, Papa, I challenge you to a duel. He's like, it'll be a gunfight after that. Somebody would have to go. Wait for about 5 more minutes. And then Charlie go back to the bar. Rick James like, that's right, bitch. That's right. He's like, come here, I'm gonna show you something. And he smacked the shit out of him. And then the real Rick James is like, that is absurd. And he's like, why you hit me? We said, because you hit me, man. He's like, motherfucker, that was weeks ago. No, I'm talking about tonight. He's like, I'm sorry. And then they hugged it out, and that ended their little feud, and they back to being friends. They remained friends until he passed. But anyway, that pretty much sums up the entire true Hollywood stories of Charlie Murphy and Rick James. And we get a live performance from Ludacris, if y'all seen the TV version. And before I close out, first things first, R.I.P. Rick James and R.I.P. to Charlie Murphy. R.I.P. to both legends. But I'd like to say thank y'all for tuning into today's video. Make sure y'all click the like button, give it thumbs up. Make sure y'all click the subscribe button. Click that bell so y'all can be notified. Don't miss any of my videos. Don't forget to add me on social media at YoungPhilip_00. That's Instagram, Snapchat, Ryan361005, and TikTok at YoungPhilip00. With that being said, I'm out.